watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is your favorite show, Daily Calls, a show that answers all your stock-related queries. In case you are here for the first time, the WhatsApp number is flashing on your screens. This is where you send me all the details that you want to know about the stocks in your portfolio, from top market expert advice to also talking about what could be on your watch list from here on as well. Now, you could also log on to our YouTube channel, go on to Business Today Live and go to Daily Calls and use the comment section there to send us your questions. We'll be happy to pick them up with our top guests for all of you to know what exactly should be the strategies that you must follow on the markets and of course on your stock queries as well. Quickly telling you at halftime, how are the markets really trading at this point in time? Remember, we started off on a positive footing and we are holding above the 24,800 mark at least for now, 80 odd points of an uptick. So if you look at the kind of range, it's been a narrow range in which the markets are trading at and they're holding on to the gains at least at this point in time. Which are the top sectors that are buzzing? Autos for sure, now climbing even further up, 2.6% higher at the day's high point is what you can see. The auto index continuing to surge on the big bang GST and cut announcements that we've been seeing, and over the weekend a lot of auto companies have already been talking about passing on all of those GST cut benefits by way of price cuts in various models. So M&M, Tata Motors, Toyota, look at all of these companies that are already announcing, price cuts and therefore hoping for a big bang festive season up ahead. Let's look at metals that are shining bright, 1.2% higher. PSU banks, that's another space that's also buzzing in trade. Look at even the mid and the small caps, that's also higher in trade. So those are all the pockets that are up. What is down in trade? IT stocks, that slipped about 0.5% in trade. Consumer durables and pharma, the other two sectors that are seeing some profits being taken off, at least off the table. M&M has moved to the top spot right now with 3% gains coming in. JSW Steel, Tata Motors, Eicher Motors, Bajaj Auto, these are the other top movers. From the top 5 movers on the Nifty, it's all the auto sector stocks that are clearly making their way ahead, at least at this point in time as well. Let me quickly help you understand what's happening on the broadest index, Nifty 500, which are the stocks that are really buzzing in trade. Prime Focus is at a 10% circuit. Himmat Singh Aside is at a 10% up move that we can see right now. One MobiKwik Systems, another stock that's been consistently rallying over the last couple of sessions and weeks, and that's also 11% higher in trade today. Look at Salazar Technologies, that's up. MIC Electronics, these are all the stocks that are buzzing in double digits in trade today. So smart move that can be actually seen across the board in the Nifty 500 basket. What's happening in the Nifty next 50 names as well? What's happening here is the power space stocks are really buzzing. Look at Adani Power, for instance, 5% of a move. When was the last time that you actually saw such a smart move on Adani Group stocks? Look at Adani Energy Solutions, that's also on the bus right now. Of course, auto, a lot of stocks and sectors specific stocks that are buzzing on the auto and auto ancillary basket both, that's in focus. JSW Energy is higher. Let's also look at some real estate names like Lodha Developers is also up and about 1.5% higher in trade. What else is buzzing? Look at from the small cap basket, Brainbees Solutions, another stock that has been consistently buzzing over the last couple of sessions. The parent company of First Cry Retail, that is 7% higher in trade for this one. Look at even the capital markets related stocks. CDSL is on the buzz today, about 2.5% higher. So that's also on the move. Let's welcome our guest on board. Nillesh Jain joins in. He's the head and vice president of technicals and derivatives research at Centrum, and he's joining in to share with us his views on the markets. Warm welcome. Good afternoon to you, Nillesh. Good to have you with us. Well, first up, for this fresh and new week, tell us what's your strategy going to be on the Nifty and on the Nifty Bank. We've opened another week on a positive note, and what exactly is the strategy you're adopting?
Very good afternoon to you, Sakshi. Absolutely, the market have started the week on an optimistic note, so that's quite a positive sign. Even if you look at on technical front, the Nifty index was very much trading above 21 DMA. In fact, on Friday, we have seen a good closing of pattern called as hammer that has been formed in the Nifty. Now today it has crossed its 100-day moving average as well, so that's again a positive sign and a positive development. So 24,800 from here will act as important support as far as on the closing basis the level is concerned. We are expecting a gradual up move towards 24,900, 25,000. There could be possibility of some amount of profit taking that might come near resistance zone of 25,000. But as of now, at present, the strategy should be to focus on sectors and stocks because the index is not going anywhere. We are more sort of expecting a consolidation, and the range would be 24,600 to 25,000. So that's the 400-point trading range for this particular week. If at all we see any breakout above 25,000, that will be considered as a buying opportunity for a follow-up move towards 25,200 to 25,500. But the strategy should be to focus on sectors. Let's say if you see today, Nifty Metal, Nifty Auto are the sectors which are buzzing, and these are the sectors that are looking strong on the chart as well. So we are expecting a follow-up move to continue in both the sectors, and within this space, stock should be in focus. Coming to Bank Nifty, again, we are expecting some bit of a gradual up move in the Bank Nifty as well. After a lot of underperformance we have seen compared to the Nifty index, there could be possibility of a catch-up move in the Bank Nifty. So 55,000 kind of levels can be seen in this week in the Bank Nifty spot level. So buy and decline should be the strategy as far as the Bank Nifty is concerned, keeping a stop loss below 54,000.
Fair point. Okay, let's now start taking some Q&A from our viewers, and then of course we'll come back to our broader discussion of your choice of sectors and stocks to look at also, Nilesh. Our first question is from one of our viewers who's joining in on our YouTube today, Anuj Singh. He says, good afternoon ma'am. Good afternoon to you Anuj, how are you? The question is on NetWeb Technologies. NetWeb Technologies का शेयर इनके पास 1722 के लेवल पर कुछ 100 शेयर्स हैं, इनमें लगभग इनको 84% तक का प्रॉफिट हो रहा है. अब इनको क्या करना चाहिए, ये आपसे पूछना चाह रहे हैं. बहुत ही टाइमली आपने सवाल पूछा है अनुज. सबसे पहले आपको बधाई कि आपने इतना बढ़िया प्रॉफिट गेन किया है अपने इस होल्डिंग पर. कहाँ 1722 पर आपने खरीदा, ये 3100 के भी पार जाता हुआ नजर आया. पिछले एक हफ्ते में अगर आप देखें तो 40% से ज़्यादा का मूव एक हफ्ते के अंदर इस स्टॉक ने डेफिनेटली दिखाया है. तो जिन निवेशों के पास ये स्टॉक है तो डेफिनेटली एक बड़ा वेल्थ क्रिएटर रहा है ये स्टॉक जब से ये लिस्ट हुआ है. नीलेश जी क्या कहना चाहेंगे इतनी बड़ी तेजी के बाद जिन लोगों के पास 80-85% तक के प्रॉफिट पर ये शेयर है, तो क्या कुछ प्रॉफिट्स बुक कर लेने चाहिए या अभी भी आपको लगता है कि बने रहें, यहाँ पर और भी आगे तेजी देखने को मिल सकती है?
वेल साक्षी, देखिए अगर आप इस पर्टिकुलर काउंटर का चार्ट पुलअप करें पिछले एक साल का, तो स्टॉक ने एक मल्टी ईयर ब्रेकआउट दिया है. इनफैक्ट एक नए रिकॉर्ड हाई इस पर्टिकुलर काउंटर ने आज टच किए हैं, जो क्लियरली दिखा रहा है कि काउंटर में अंडरटोन काफी स्ट्रांग है. इस मंथ में 40% का उछाल हम ऑलरेडी देख चुके हैं, और जिस हिसाब से मैं सुन रहा था काफी निचले स्तरों की इनकी खरीद है, 84% प्लस के प्रॉफिट हो रहे हैं. तो आइडियल स्ट्रेटेजी तो ये होनी चाहिए कि एक पार्शियल प्रॉफिट 50% प्रॉफिट यहाँ पर बुक कर लेना चाहिए. बट जिस हिसाब से स्ट्रक्चर पैन आउट हो रहा है, थोड़ी बहुत डिक्लाइन जरूर देखने को मिल सकती है ऑन द बैक ऑफ प्रॉफिट टेकिंग, बट जो मेजर स्ट्रक्चर है वो अभी भी पॉजिटिव है. एंड गोइंग फॉरवर्ड यहाँ पर 3500 3700 तक की अपसाइड भी देखने को मिल सकती है, प्रोवाइडेड इट शुड डिफेंड 2800 लेवल्स ऑन द लोअर साइड. सो 2800 का नीचे अगर जब तक नहीं फिसलता है, एक ट्रेलिंग स्टॉप लॉस यहाँ पर लगाएं, और मोमेंटम को राइड भी कर सकते हैं क्योंकि वॉल्यूम एंड प्राइस का ब्रेकआउट यहाँ पर देखने को मिल रहा है. एंड 3500 से 3700 तक के लेवल नेक्स्ट 4 to 6 months में क्वाइट पॉजिटिव दैट स्टॉक में टेस्ट.
ओके, गॉट दैट. चलिए यहाँ पर भी आपको राय मिल चुकी है, उम्मीद करते हैं सवाल का जवाब आपको मिल गया होगा. नेक्स्ट हम क्वेश्चन लेते हैं. हमारे पास एक व्हाट्सएप के ज़रिए क्वेश्चन आया है और ये है मयंक चौधरी का सवाल. ये गाजियाबाद से है. लिखते हैं, हाय साक्षी, गुड आफ्टरनून, होप यू वेल. आई एम वेरी वेल मयंक, थैंक्स फॉर आस्किंग. द क्वेश्चन इज ऑन ओला इलेक्ट्रिक. ही सेज, आई एम होल्डिंग 10,000 shares of Ola Electric. I bought it at 57 levels. I want to know next 1 to 2 months view on Ola Electric. All right Mayank, we'll definitely help you out. Well, you've again bought this stock hopefully on this upward trajectory of recovery that we have seen Ola Electric on over the last 1 week, or we've also seen an outperformance from Ola Electric. Now it's trading about 4% higher again in trading session today, above 62 odd levels. For a long time this stock just did not move and was underperforming a lot. In fact, the stock is still below its IPO price. Remember viewers, it came in at an IPO price of 76, went up to 3 digits, 100, 111 odd levels, came back, underperformed under 40 odd levels, and therefore it has started to move. So let's try and find out what's next for this one. Even on a 1 year basis it's still on a lower trajectory, but it has recovered quite a bit from the lows. Nilesh.
Right, Sakshi. So as mentioned at the opening that overall auto space, we are quite bullish. Not only the large cap names that that are looking strong, but also small names like Ola Electric as well. Given the kind of rebound that we have seen from the lower levels, the structure has turned on a positive side. It has reclaimed its all long short-term moving averages. So the recent momentum is indicating that there has to be a follow-up move on the upside. 70, 75 kind of levels can be seen in next 1.5 months. So buy and decline should be the strategy. Already bought it at lower price, so hence I would suggest to keep a trailing stop loss in order to protect your capital and profit. So keep a trailing stop loss at 58 and ride this momentum towards 75, 76 as the IPO price, and quite possible that it may touch the level of 80 as well. But ideal strategy should be to hold your long position and fresh entry if at all, if somebody is looking to make a fresh entry, then wait for some bit of decline. The positional target is very much intact at 75 to 80.
Okay, fair point. I hope this has also given you a lot of understanding. Let's take the next question. This one is from Manoj Pai Kapadia. ये लिखते हैं मेरे पास IPO वाले शेयर हैं GNG इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स के, इसमें मुझे प्रॉफिट हो रहा है तो क्या मैं बुक करके निकल जाऊं और 6 महीने वैसे मैं रुक सकता हूं, तो जो भी आपकी गाइडेंस होगी। GNG इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स के ऊपर प्रॉफिट में है, बुक करके निकलें या और 6 महीने तक होल्ड करके रखें अपनी पोजीशन को नीलेश?
देखिए, इस पर्टिकुलर काउंटर के डेटा काफ़ी लिमिटेड हैं, बट जो ओवरऑल स्ट्रक्चर स्पेन आउट हो रहा है वो ऑन पॉजिटिव साइड है। निचले स्तरों से काफ़ी अच्छी रिकवरी हमने देखी है और फिलहाल ये स्टॉक 367 इनफैक्ट इन लेवलों पर ट्रेड हो रहा है और यहाँ से एक फॉलोअप मूव और भी देखने को मिल सकता है जो स्टॉक को 380 385 तक ले जा सकता है। तो आइडियली सबसे पहले एक ट्रेलिंग स्टॉप लॉस यहाँ पे लगाएं 358 का, अपनी लॉन्ग पोजीशन में फिलहाल के लिए बने रह सकते हैं। अगर 375 380 के जोन में आता है तो दैट कुड बी अ गुड प्राइस टू एग्जिट एंड बुक प्रॉफिट। सो अभी फिलहाल के लिए होल्ड कर सकते हैं, बट एक ट्रेलिंग स्टॉप लॉस जरूर लगाएं।
ठीक है, नेक्स्ट हम लेते हैं एक और सवाल। यूट्यूब के ज़रिए ये सवाल आया है हमारे पास। ऑल राइट, लेट्स टेक द क्वेश्चन। दिस इज़ फ्रॉम विनीता गुप्ता। लिखते हैं गुड आफ्टरनून साक्षी, गुड टू सी यू फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर निर्मला सीतारमन ऑन इंडिया टुडे प्लेटफॉर्म एंड ऑन आज तक। थैंक यू सो मच विनीता, थैंक यू फॉर also witnessing the launch of the Business Today show on India Today. Every day now, morning opening bell and closing bell, which will be displayed. I hope that all of you will join in on that show, as well as all of you would have noticed over the last couple of sessions after Finance Minister's launch as well of our show. We are doing a parallel show on both Business Today YouTube and on India Today. So the closing show, I'll be joining for that even today at 3 p.m. So don't miss out on that one as well. Thanks a lot for your wishes, Vinita. Anyways, the question is on NALCO. Vinita says, please suggest a short-term target on NALCO, sir, and please let me know a short to a medium-term view as well, if you could suggest.
First of all, we are bullish on metal space as well, along with Nifty Auto. So metal index, in fact, is heading towards 10,000 mark from a short to medium term perspective. And within this space, Nelco is no doubt one of the outperformer. It has already given a surge of 16% and in this month itself. So given the kind of a formation we are witnessing, a multi-month breakout we have already seen from the levels of 202, looks like it is heading towards 225, 230 from a very short term perspective. And positional target, we are expecting this stock to hit a new record high from here and inch towards 240 to 245 as well. So that could be a positional target from a near term perspective. But yes, structure looks positive. 203 should be your trailing stop loss, and stay put should be the advice in this particular counter.
Okay, got that. Let's take the next one. This one is from Ashwani Pava from Dehradun. Writes in, Hi Sakshi, good afternoon. मैंने NBCC के शेयर लिए हुए हैं 113 के रेट पर, इसका क्या आउटलुक और टारगेट मुझे मिल सकता है? PSU स्पेस से NBCC में निवेश है इनका, क्या आउटलुक है आपकी तरफ से नीलेश इस पर?
वेल, एनबीसीसी रिसेंटली ये काउंटर ने अपने 200 एक्सपोनेंशियल मूविंग एवरेज को डिफेंड किया है और एक रिकवरी का अटेम्प्ट हो रहा है। एंड इफ यू कैन पुल अप द चार्ट ऑफ लास्ट 3 months, यू कैन क्लियरली सी द स्टॉक हैज बीन इन अ डाउन ट्रेंड। अब यहाँ से देयर कुड बी पॉसिबिलिटी ऑफ सम बिट ऑफ रिबाउंड दैट सीम्स लाइकली फ्रॉम अ शॉर्ट टर्म पर्सपेक्टिव टूवर्ड्स 110 टू 115। ये लेवल्स देखने को मिल सकते हैं। सो कीप अ स्टॉप लॉस एट 99 लॉन्ग पोजीशन है तो बने रहें, और इमीडिएट बेसिस पे 106 थोड़ा सा पोजीशन लिहाज से 110 115 तक की अपसाइड देखने को मिल सकती है।
Okay, fair point. I hope this has also given you a lot of understanding there. Let's take the next one. This one is from Shomalia Biswas. ये कोलकाता से हैं. लिखते हैं I have 8 lots of Nifty for 16 September expiry, 25,000 call option bought at 70.50. Already I have booked half quantity of profit at 85. Should I continue to remain holding my current quantity for BTST?
See, 25,000 strike. I think looking at the recent momentum, there could be possibility of a follow-up move in the Nifty towards 24,900. So you can hold your long position in the Nifty 25,000 strike because structure is appearing to us on a positive side. और यहाँ से अगर स्टॉप लॉस मेंटेन करना है तो अंडरलाइन में रखे 24,800 के नीचे जब तक निफ्टी क्लोज नहीं करता है, because 24,800 is a very strong psychological support now, because that's the strike where today we are witnessing a put writing. So 24,800 should be your stop loss. If it closes below 24,800, then exit from your long position in 25,000 strike. But otherwise, stay put, and we may see a follow-up move in the Nifty towards 24,900 to 24,950.
Okay, fair point. I hope this has also given you some understanding there. Let's take some other questions that are coming in on our WhatsApp also. A lot of our viewers are joining in there too. Okay, so we have Aman from Mumbai says, I want to take a fresh entry in NSDL and in Paytm. Any long-term view? If you could suggest which one of the two is better. NSDL के तो बहुत ज़्यादा आपके पास चार्ट नहीं होंगे, लेकिन Paytm और NSDL दोनों के बीच में ये चुनाव करना चाह रहे हैं एक लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए, कहाँ पर अभी निवेश कर सकते हैं?
See, you can't compare both the stocks because both are from different sectors. Coming to exchange and exchange related stocks category, counters like CDSL, BSE, NSDL, in fact, all these stocks are looking positive. आप वहाँ पर अगर फोकस करना चाहते हैं तो NSDL could be a good choice from a long term perspective. इसमें अगर निवेश करना चाहते हैं तो स्टैगर्ड वे में लॉन्ग टर्म पर्सपेक्टिव से बने रह सकते हैं. 1285 is the current market price. It has a potential to test 1500 to 1700 from a short to medium term perspective. So यहाँ पर long position बना के चल सकते हैं. But coming to Paytm, it's altogether a different sector. यहाँ पर हमने already एक recent momentum देखा है. काउंटर ने अपने 52 week high को टेस्ट किया है. A good rebound and a good momentum has already come in this particular counter. In fact, अगर आप मंथली चार्ट देखें तो दिस हैज बीन अ 7 कंसेक्यूटिव मंथ्स ऑफ गेन. सो थोड़ी बहुत प्रॉफिट टेकिंग यहाँ पे देखने को मिल सकती है. फ्रेश एंट्री के लिहाज से दीज आर नॉट द राइट लेवल्स टू एंटर अनलेस एंड अनटिल इफ यू वांट टू एक्यूमुलेट. देन स्टैगर्ड वे में मल्टीपल ट्रांच में ऐड करके चल सकते हैं. पोजिशनली वी आर आल्सो बुलिश ऑन Paytm as well for 1500 to 1700 kind of levels. But to make a fresh entry, buy in multiple tranches, and 1100 should be your stop loss.
Okay, got that. Let's take some other questions too. We have this question now coming in from one of our other viewers on our YouTube. Aarti Jain says, I have 1500 shares of Ashok Leyland at 131. What is the target I can expect here?
See, Ashok Leyland is looking strong on the chart, and if you can hold it for September series, I think this stock has a potential to test 145 to 150 levels on the upside. So keep a trailing stop loss below 132, and one can remain long in this particular counter for 145 to 150 target.
Okay, got that. Let's take the next one. This one is from Jay Rami Reddy. He says, can you please review Bartronics share for a fresh investment? If I have a 6-month horizon, should I look at this stock?
Could you please repeat the stock name?
Bartronics.
Okay, Bartronic India. That's
Yes.
trading at 1 rupee. Sorry, we do not track.
14.7 rupees, I think. 15%
Okay.
higher today.
It is hitting upper circuits, I think. I don't know. I'm not sure, but still, I'm not tracking this particular stock, so it's an avoid from our side.
Okay, avoid for now. Okay, let's take the next one. This one is from Ravi Lal from Bengaluru. Says, hi, good afternoon. Ravi Lal, we don't have your question yet. We'll probably wait for your question to come in. Okay, it's coming. On Reliance Industries, I'm holding 75 stocks at 1400. What's the outlook on this one? RIL.
Say Reliance Industries, in fact, this has been again one of the underperformer if we talk about the large cap names. Although Nifty is moving higher, but Reliance is not participating, so that's a big a bit of worry for the market as of now. But looking at the overall structure, I think one should stay put with a long position in Reliance Industries because it is trading at multi-month lowest level. 1350 is a very strong support. It is also trading well above its 200 long-term moving average as well. That's placed somewhere around 1365. So we can expect a gradual up move towards 1400 to 1420 in the September series. So structure is appearing to be on a positive side. 1350 should be a stop loss and stay put is the advice.
Okay, got that. Let's take the next one. This one is from again one of our other viewers. Okay, Saurabh Jaiswal says, good afternoon to Nilesh sir and good afternoon Sakshi. I want to know about L&T Finance. What should I be doing? I already have this stock in my portfolio, bought at 170. I want to add more. किस level पर करें? 3 से 4 साल का इनका view है.
A very strong chart structure of LTF. In fact, this is one of the good stock within the NBFC space. So structure is looking very strong. Stock has hit a new record high. A good part is that he's already holding the long position since a long time and want to average further. So it's a good strategy. काउंटर अभी भी स्ट्रेंथ दिखा रहा है बट ideally one should wait for some bit of profit taking and if you get the level of 220 215 that can be a good entry point. Currently it is in the over territory तो यहाँ पर एवरेज ना करते हुए थोड़ा सा इंतजार करें. 215 220 के बीच में आता है वो एक अच्छी एंट्री प्राइस हो सकती है and 210 should be your trailing stop loss and we are still bullish in this particular counter given the kind of time frame of 1 year plus. Stock has a potential to cross 350 levels as well. So buy and decline should be the strategy, but 215, 220 could be a good entry point.
Okay, fair point. Taking the next one. This one is also from our YouTube that we are getting. A question from, okay, we have this one from, okay, Nanu Vyas says, good afternoon, I have bought 25,000 call option of tomorrow expiry just now. What should I do?
See, 25,000 call option for tomorrow expiry, not advisable to hold because that's slightly out of the money. Currently trading somewhere around 15 rupees. I think if you want to, hold this particular option, then keep a stop loss at 8 rupees, very tight stop loss at 8 rupees. And if you get the levels of 25, 30, that could be a good price to book your profit. But otherwise, we do not see 25,000 level on immediate basis. There could be possibility of some bit of, it may take some time, but it is advisable to buy option for the next weekly expiry. If you want to play on the long side, that could be a better option. But given this particular expiry's option is concerned, keep a trailing stop loss at 8 rupees.
ठीक है. Taking the next one then, we have this question from one of our viewers, Harsh. He says, I want to know about Tata Power. What is your view? I have bought this at 371.
Well, 390, 395, that's the strong resistance zone. And if it breaks above 393 specifically, then there could be possibility of a follow-up towards 495 to 4915. But for that, it is important for the stock to cross 393 levels on the upside. Structure sideways hai, not looking that promising. 378 should be your stop loss as of now. और थोड़ा सा अगर पोजिशनल लिहाज से लिया हुआ है टाइम दे सकते हैं तो डेफिनेटली होल्ड करके चल सकते हैं बट इफ इट ब्रेक्स अबव 393 देन 405 एंड 415 विल बी योर टारगेट.
ठीक है. ओके, लेट्स टेक द नेक्स्ट वन. Okay, so we have this next question. We'll take some from our WhatsApp actually. We have this next question from one of our viewers. This is from Anant Deshmukh. He says, I want to know about semiconductor space since it's the talk of the town. I want to buy CG Power. What is the right price to enter? You've rightly caught the stock, Anant Deshmukh, on semiconductors. When we saw Prime Minister Narendra Modi at Semicon, there were two stocks that he specifically mentioned and one of them was CG Power. The stock has been in focus since then as well. Your sense, Nilesh ji?
Very good stock. Recently, we have seen a good breakout in this particular counter from the levels of 690. Now, in the previous week, we have already seen a good momentum. These are the good levels to accumulate this particular counter. Positional target in this particular stock comes around 800 to 825, and looks like it is forming a flag and pole kind of pattern on the chart. 725 should be your stop loss, and if you have already bought it, then stay put. Fresh buying can be done in the range of 735 to 740.
Okay, fair point. Let's take the next one then. This one is from another of our viewers on our WhatsApp again. Okay, so the question is on Rajneesh Agarwal Kanpur. Okay, Rajneesh Agarwal says, I want to know on Sincomp. 1500 शेयर्स लिए हुए हैं 21 रुपए के भाव पर. क्या आप ये शेयर ट्रैक करते हैं Sincomp?
Sincom, well, I do not track this particular stock.
17 रुपए पर आ चुका है जी. ओके, गॉट दैट. अनफॉर्चुनेटली रजनीश जी, नीलेश जी ट्रैक नहीं करते हैं ये शेयर. अगर आपके पास कोई और शेयर की क्वेरी है तो आप डेफिनेटली पूछ सकते हैं. विल टेक द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. दिस वन इज फ्रॉम दिशा. शी सेज आई हैव KIOCL shares in my portfolio and I want to know what is the outlook on this one. I bought it at 429. Should I retain or should I exit?
A very good chart structure for this particular stock. Currently, it is at 470 levels. A very good breakout can be seen. So hold your long position with a trailing stop loss below 455. Stock has a potential to cross 500 and move towards 525 to 540 on the upside. So ideally 525, 540, if at all you get those prices, those prices can be a good exit point. Keep a trailing stop loss somewhere around 450. That should be your trailing stop loss, and stay put is the advice.
Okay, fair point. Let's take the next one. This one is from Amit. He says, Swiggy is getting a lot of attention from all the analysts. I want to know if it is a good time to enter or should I wait for some more dip from here. You've rightly pointed out, Amit, even today we've seen a brokerage house, coverage. Nomura has, I think, initiated coverage on Swiggy with a target of 550 and therefore the stock is back into focus again. Remember last week we were talking about both Zomato and Swiggy also raising their platform fees to cater to the high demand and benefit from it in the upcoming festive season, and therefore all these stocks are coming back into flavor. Remember, festive season is coming, Asia Cup, everything is like probably leading to higher orders for these food delivery giants. Your suggestion here, Nilesh ji?
I think at current market price as well, it can be bought. Given the view, if somebody has of more than 6 months, then I think these are the good levels to enter. But the ideal strategy should be to buy in a staggered manner and multiple tranches. It can be bought. It has a very strong support at 410. That should be your stop loss. Position target comes somewhere around 500 to 520. So that's 6 months plus kind of time frame. If somebody is looking, then those are the target can be keep an eye on. And at present 448, today it's already up 2%, so wait for some dip towards 440. That can be a good entry point, but otherwise it should be in your portfolio in a buy and decline should be your strategy.
Okay, fair point, got that. Let's take the next one then. We have some more questions coming in on our YouTube, so let's take some of those questions too. We have the next question from Aishwarya Tiwari. Says, sir, Motherson Sumi के बारे में बताइए, आपके हिसाब से यहाँ पर upward target क्या होना चाहिए? So Samvardhan Motherson again back into action because of the big boost that GST cuts are leading to do as far as the auto space is concerned. Auto ancillary player Samvardhan, what would you say?
Motherson, it has been again one of the underperformer. We haven't seen that kind of performance which was expected from the Motherson. But looking at the overall structure, it is on the verge of a breakout. 100 के ऊपर अगर ये निकलता है, that can be a good breakout. It should be considered as a breakout candidate. And 105 to 110 will be the potential target going forward. But for that, it should break 100 levels on the upside. And 95 should be your stop loss if you have already bought it, and buy on breakout should be your strategy. 100 के ऊपर निकलता है, then buy the stock for 105 to 110 target.
Fair point. Let's take some more questions, but before that, Nilesh, if you could just help us understand your choice of stocks before we let you go actually.
Right. So I have a couple of buy recommendations. So first of all, we are bullish on Nykaa, this particular stock since a long time. In fact, if you see all the newest stocks have started witnessing a good momentum. So Nykaa looks strong on the chart given the kind of a multi-year breakout we have seen in this particular stock too. And on the upside, the target comes somewhere around 260 to 265. So that's our positional target. 239 should be the stop loss. Another stock that's looking positive is Adani Port. From a risk and reward perspective, looks like it has given a good reversal today. So keeping a stop loss below 1320, Adani Port can be added in the portfolio for upside target of 1400 plus. So these are the two stocks from our side.
Okay, fair point. Thank you so much, then, Nilesh, for being with us on the show and helping all our viewers out with their queries and, of course, guiding them through as far as the markets and the opportunities are concerned. Pleasure to have you with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Sakshi.
All right, viewers, what we'll do is we'll get into the second segment of our show as well, and we'll be waiting by to welcome Jay Thakkar now, another regular on daily calls, and you've been watching him guide all our viewers again. So, Jay, warm welcome. He's the head of derivatives and quant research, vice president ICICI Securities. Good to have you with us yet again, Jay. Tell me, what's your thought after the big bang reforms of GST? Are you bullish on markets? Do you see by the end of the year testing all-time highs once again?
Hi, very good afternoon, and thanks for having me. You and first of all, I would like to wish you and entire business today, network TV, entire channel, and all your colleagues. Wish you good luck and
Thank you.
congratulations on having successfully launched two new shows. I mean the opening and
Yes.
the closing. I'm looking forward for that as well, and I'm sure you guys will do good.
Thank you. Thank you so much,
As
Jay.
far as the markets are concerned, yeah, as far as the markets are concerned, yes, the reforms have been quite positive. I mean, that is the reason, we have seen that, a few stocks and sectors, Sakshi, since Monday, I mean, that is on 18th of August, have been doing good. That's like Nifty Auto. That has done phenomenally well, and that is likely to do good from here on as well. I mean, that is one sector which is clearly benefiting out of GST cut. Second, cement too. So cement already participated, and I have been saying that cement, auto, and FMCG. So these are the three major, I would say, sectors which are going to benefit and are doing good as well. So one can focus on this. As far as all-time high is concerned, I'm still not clear about it, Sakshi. The reason is that the two major sectors within the Nifty, that is Nifty IT and Nifty Bank, are still not showing any signs of overall trend reversal. So there can be a short-term bounce for sure, both in Nifty and Bank Nifty, and probably IT as well, because things are very oversold. We all know that FIIs have sold quite a lot since a week. In fact, the selling pace has reduced. I mean, last week we have seen FIIs selling up to 5 to 5.5K kind of selling only in the equity cash segment, which is generally in a day, and that happened only in a week. So that is, I mean, kind of slowing down in the momentum of selling, and they already short in index, and have been short since by less than they're long only by 8% or 10% since a month. So things are quite oversold. There is a lot of shorts already in the system. So due to short covering, there can be some bounce back. But a meaningful reversal on Nifty would be about 25,200. So Sakshi, if I have to answer your question that whether we are seeing all-time highs on Nifty, that is possible only if Nifty closes beyond 25,200 on a closing basis. Then yes, otherwise it can just trade sideways to negative.
Okay, got that. Jay, we have a lot of questions coming in for you. So let's kickstart our Q&A buttons again with you. A lot of our viewers joining in afresh to ask their questions. We have Siddharth asking the first question to you, and that's I'm looking at Ultratech Cement given the GST rate cuts. How are you looking at this stock? Can I buy it for a long term? From the cement basket that
Oh,
you have,
definitely.
Ultratech.
Ultratech Cement is one of the performer in the cement. Yeah, definitely, Sakshi. I think Ultratech is the leader and has been an outperformer, and I think one can stay invested in this if someone wants to, initiate a fresh entry for the long term. One can do it. For sure, I think that 12,000 to 11,500 for the short term is a very crucial support. Short to medium term, until those levels are held, and the overall trend remains bullish. For the longer term, I would say Sakshi, since as a long term, right? So 10,000 is a good support. I mean, till those levels are held, the overall trend in the Ultratech will be bullish.
Okay, we have the next one. This one is from Jaskun. Says, I have added HDFC Bank and ICICI Bank to my watch list. A lot of people are saying that GST-led consumption can also boost credit. So should I enter these two banks at this point in time? Good question, Jaskun. Let's find out. Large private sector banks, HDFC, ICICI, should one bank on these large cap banks as far as the GST-led credit boost is concerned?
First of all, as a disclaimer, I would say I would not be able to comment on ICICI Bank because it
Yes.
being a group company or parent company, so I would not be able to comment on that due to compliance reasons. But yes, for HDFC, I would say for the long-term trend is bullish. You should definitely enter in the overall financial sector, Sakshi. I mean, definitely, it's also going to benefit right out of the GST cut because I don't think that I mean, the Nifty Auto has been going up, so you see the Escorts performing, Mahindra and Mahindra is performing, Maruti is performing. All the four wheelers, maybe commercial vehicles or the passenger vehicles, all of them are performing. Two wheelers have also done it good. So I don't think that so actually all the consumers are going to buy out of the pure cash or maybe the whatever money they have in their account, right? I think many of them or most of them are going to take the loans, right? The financing is going to happen. Now whether that happens from a Bajaj Finance, it happens from any NBFC or it happens from any bank, that's the question. But financing will happen for sure.
Sure.
Is there currently what's happening is the margin issue pressure because of which I think the banks are underperforming because actually the rate cut has happened.
Yes,
It's
absolutely.
not once, twice, and that has been passed on to the consumers, right? So that margin issue for 1 or 2 quarters remain. Once that is stabilized, I think again see an uptrend in the banking. I don't see any major issue otherwise in the banking and financial sector.
Fair point. Taking the next one. This one is from Prayush. Says, Hi Sakshi. We appreciate Business Television's work. This show is truly helpful for us. Thank you so much, Piyush, for writing in. Question is on GRSE from the shipping space, a 2 to 3 year time horizon, and the other one is KFinTech. How would you look at both these stocks from long term perspective? Both the stocks are currently held on into the portfolio. GRSE held at 2675, KFinTech at around 11,300. So both of them I think are still, no, I think KFinTech is giving you profits, but GRSE has slipped a tad bit from your purchase level.
But actually, I would say that if horizon is more than 3 years, then definitely both the stocks are good. Otherwise, why? I mean, see, if as far as that is concerned, that is there in the FNO. As far as GRS is concerned, that is a non-FNO stock. So I would like to add another disclaimer that I'll look mainly derivatives and quant, but then quantitatively I've checked GRSC as well. Volumes had been great, the move had been great, the defense stocks had performed quite a lot, Sakshi. Now, everyone on the street wants defense, right? Everyone wants to own defense. And how is it going to give that kind of returns, which it has delivered in past couple of years, right? So I would say that it's time for some consolidation is what I feel. I'm not saying the sector has reversed this trend. I mean, India has still a lot to do in defense, but I think it's quite overbought. So some consolidation might take place in GRSC because of which the stock might not give you that kind of returns for next 2 3 years. And if you're prepared for it, you can hold on. And as far as KFinTech is concerned, I mean, similar story goes with the capital market, right? I mean, capital market stocks have performed quite well. Maybe BSC, CAM, CDSL, all of them have performed quite well. Many things have been discounted already, right? So from here on, giving that kind of supernormal profits, I would doubt. So these two sectors have given or delivered good returns. I think now from here on, there are better plays like auto and all of that which we discussed, Sakshi. And there you can find still more momentum on the upside for next couple of years as compared to capital market segment or defense.
Okay. Taking the next one, this one is from Ayush Mathur. Says, sir, I want to know about PPL Pharma. What is your outlook on PPL Pharma, and do you think it's a good stock? Where can I enter into this stock?
Derivatives point of view, we have seen a good short in point one that is positive. Fundamentally, as a disclaimer, we would like to say that we have recommended this to a client, and we feel that fundamentally this is a good stock. So from both quant or derivatives perspective plus fundamental, this stock is good. You can definitely be into it. I think that from the trading point of view or medium term point of view, I think it's like to be towards 250, 260. So which is 20%, 25% from current levels. And from a longer term perspective, I think the previous highs of 300 will be taken off. So definitely, from the longer term perspective, you can eye for more than 55% kind of returns.
Okay, let's take the next one. This one is from Momita. She's from Kolkata and she says, Hi Sakshi, I want an outlook on Angel One, the brokerage company, for the next 6 months. I'm sitting on a loss of 6%. Will I be able to make that up?
Well, I think that Sakshi, it can fall to 1800 as well. I mean, there are shorts build up in this stock, and whatever bounce we have seen a short covering only. And this stock has been trading within the range of 3800 to 1800. That's 2000 points range, Sakshi. It's right now heading towards the lower end of the range. So I think the horizon is short term. It can just fall more towards 1800. So you can either hedge your portfolio by or hedge your stock by selling out of the money call options to prevent your losses, else you can buy put options to hedge it. Or this is what you can do if you want to hold it for a longer term.
Okay, got that. Let's take the next one. This one is from Lalit from Hyderabad. Says, I want an overview on Moss Chip Technologies. How long is the view that I should have on this one? Because the stock has been consistently rallying. Can I still enter?
Which one, Sakshi?
Moss Chip Technologies, 263,
Oh,
currently 6%
I've been
off.
hearing, I've been hearing about this stock since quite a long. I mean, since a couple of days now,
Yeah.
since it has rallied quite a lot. And I would say this non-FNO stock, I don't track this closely as well because
Okay.
it's actually on NSE. If you see, then it just got, and it entered into NSE or maybe it got listed somewhere in Feb 25 this calendar year. Don't have much data, and the stock has rallied quite a lot. I mean, someone is getting this kind of returns in a very near term. It's a very logical thing to book profit. Most of the time it works. Most of the time.
Okay, okay. Taking the next one. This one is from Sai from Hyderabad. Says, I have Inox Wind in my portfolio. I bought 270 shares at the rate of 190. I want to know whether I should continue to hold on my position or should I exit. I can actually hold for 2 years as well. But what is the outlook on Inox Wind?
Sure, Sakshi. As far as Inox wind is concerned, I mean, this stock has formed a short-term double bottom sort of a chart structure, and we are seeing some short covering. So there was shorts build up here, Sakshi, for sure, and we are seeing some short covering for which the target on the upside could be 154, 155. This is the short-term outlook I can provide for 154, 155. You can see these levels. You can book out at these levels. For a medium to long-term perspective, it is bullish, but then it might just consolidate for some more time. The long-term outlook will be bullish only beyond the levels of 200. I mean, that's quite far. So if you can really hold for that long, I mean, definitely you can be into the stock. Else for the short term at 155, you can book profits.
Okay, let's take a couple of more questions. Sandeep Jain from Kishanganj, Bihar writes in, I want to know about transformers and rectifiers India. I have this share in my portfolio. I bought it at 510. Please help me. What should be the outlook?
Okay. Transformers and rectifiers.
Yeah, currently at 496, Jay. He bought it at 510.
Yeah. I think actually this stock has run up quite a lot. I mean, there is a risk of a downside. There is a downside risk. So I think you should be having a very strict stop loss of 460. Below 460,
Okay.
you can fall to 360. And if 460 level is held, probably it might jump to 575, 600, or maybe beyond those levels. So 460 should be a strict stop loss, and he can decide upon his exit thereafter.
Okay. Jay wants to know, so we have a viewer also with the namesake, Jay Shiv. He says, I'm a big fan of Jay sir. I want to know from him on MobiQuick. क्या इसमें अभी भी fresh entry की जा सकती है? Again, MobiQuick has been one of the stocks that's been consistently rallying over the last 1 week. If we just pull up last 1 week's chart, you will be able to see how the stock has shot up. Today alone, the stock is up by over 11%. Last 1 week, a 38% of a rally has actually come in. In fact, this is the sharpest momentum after getting listed that we have seen on MobiQuick in 1 week time frame. Jay, what would you say on MobiQuick?
Yeah, I think actually one should be exiting out of this, because overall chart structure. If I see, then it has been falling only since it got listed. It went up and thereafter came down. Is again giving a chance to exit. Excuse me. If someone has bought it actually at the lower levels and getting profit, one should definitely exit. Otherwise, one can still wait for the levels of say 350 and sell on rise. If someone has a because I don't have much of detail of data of MobiKwik because it recently got listed, right? But just looking at the trend of BTM, probably this might gain some upward traction, and in that, I mean, one can book out at say 350 or something.
Okay. Let me now, in fact, welcome our, colleague on board. We have Pawan Nahar joining in to share with us what to expect as far as the IPO market is concerned. Hi, Pawan. Good afternoon. We are given to understand that this week again we'll have a lot of IPO rush on D Street, so one should get prepared. Tell us which are the big IPOs that we must be keeping a keen eye out on, and anyone which is turning out to be a brokerage house favorite as well.
So good afternoon, Sakshi. Yes, we have a big line of IPOs and a lot of primary market action this week. Three IPOs are geared up to launch this week, and coincidentally, the dates for all these three IPOs are same. They will open on Wednesday, September 10th, and will close for bidding on Friday, September 12th, and they will cumulatively raise around 2,444 crore rupees from the primary market investors, and a big chunk from this IPO is going to Urban Company, which is looking to launch its 1900 crore IPO later this week, which includes a fresh share sale of 472 crores and a fresh share sale of 472 crores and offer for sale of 1428 crores. And the price band for this IPO is fixed in 9803 rupees with a lot size of 145 equity shares. Retail investors will have only 10% in this IPO, and we all know that Urban Company is a technology driven marketplace for home and beauty solutions. A lot of advertisements are going on currently for this company, and this issue has managed to get positive reports from SBI Securities and Aryan Capital. Both of them have suggested to subscribe to this issue. Shringar House, which is the second biggest IPO among the three, and it is a 401 crore issue, which is entirely a fresh share sale of 2.43 crore equity shares, and the IPO is range in the price in the range of 145 to 155 to 165 rupees, and retail investors will have a 35% of allocation in this issue, and it has managed to get positive reviews from SBI Securities and Smiths. Last but not the least, Dave Accelerators. It's a co-working space. A lot of co-working space companies have made their listing today after Office, IndieCube, and others, SmartWorks as well. And it is one more offering from this particular space. It is a fresh share sale of 143 crore rupees, and the price band for this IPO is 56 to 61 rupees. And however, it has a neutral rating from SBI Securities so far. We will see more action coming up as the IPOs are inching closer to us. That's all from my side.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Pawan, for giving us all those details. So, three main board IPOs we're keeping a keen eye out on: Urban Company, Shringar House of Mangalsutra, and Flexible Offices Spaces. That's Dave Accelerator. Let's go across to our guest as well, Jay. Jay, have you also looked at this lineup of new IPOs that are coming in? Any suggestion on any of these that you're looking at? Maybe from your company you have a note out?
Well, I will not be able to see from the compliance point of view. Obviously, we do cover the IPOs and we do have those, but then from a compliance point of view, I will not be able to comment on it.
Got that. Okay. So we'll actually go across to Jay to understand your choice of stocks from the secondary market then. Jay, what has come afresh onto your radar?
Sure. I mean, see, I think that actually, banking financials are likely to do good is in the short term because of the bounce back. I mean, you asked the question on that as well. So, Sakshi, what I think is that at the current market price, I mean, SBI, which has been trading in a very narrow range now, which has become 800 to maybe, 840 at the current market price of 811, one can go long on this, targeting 840 with a stop loss of, stop loss below 800. As a disclaimer, I would like to say that we have recommended Havels to our clients, but I think that Havels looks bullish from here on. A good inverse head and shoulders pattern, retest of the same. Trading around the levels of 1594, I think it can reach to 1650, 1700 in the short term. One can place a stop loss at 1565. So Havels is one stock which one can go long on. I mean, definitely this is going to benefit out of the GST cut, as well as SBI. These are the two stocks wherein I think there can be good bounce back or up move at least in the short term, and they are offering good risk reward as well.
Fair point, Jay. Thank you so much then for being with us on the program and guiding all our
Thank you.
viewers with their queries, and of
Always a
course
pleasure.
helping us with your insight too. Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank
All right,
you.
viewers, we'll wrap up the Daily Calls edition here. Look at the Nifty. It's climbed near the high point of the day. You can see 24,855 right now on the Nifty. And this is largely on the back of participation coming in across the board from all the sectors now. You have just IT and consumer durables in the red, but autos now upwards of 3%. Auto clearly driving in the top lane right now. Look at metals 1% higher, PSU banks almost a percent up, real estate almost 1% up, mid caps almost 1% higher in trade. Top movers on the stocks, M&M now almost 4% higher, Tata Motors, Eicher, Bajaj Auto, Hero Motor, all 5 movers on the Nifty on the higher end are from the auto pack, either from 4-wheelers or 2-wheelers. Big moves that are coming in from the auto industry right now. Top laggards, insurance names like SBI Life, some names within the FMCG space like Nestle, Asian Paints, even some IT names like TCS. That's also dragging a tad bit in trade. Right, viewers, we'll wrap it up at that note, but do stay tuned as market action continues on the other side, and of course I'll be joining you for the closing edition.
There were tariffs, there were taunts, and there were even threats. But finally, there seems to be a thaw. Just today,